Hey guys, I think a lot of you are familiar with this build. It is an absolute cringe abomination. It should not exist in this game, yet it does. With the recent wizard buffs, it's less oppressive, but only if you're playing wizard yourself. I also got life after death today with this kit, and the ESP jokes are the new meta, so I thought you might enjoy this content. So, for the build, today I went with a budget variant because literally I was on my last gold. I'm not anymore. So, with this build, I usually run Defense Mastery, Barricade, Swift, Weapon Mastery. I aim to get around 45 to 50% PDR, move speed preferably above 100%. And yeah, this is the budget variant of the kit. I just slammed on some stuff that I had in my stash because I was on my last gold. This Cloak of Darkness I actually sniped for 400 gold. The action speed is insane. This one I got from PvP yesterday. Yeah, a bunch of stuff here that I just had in my stash. I had different pants. I got this in my last game, so this is a bit on the expensive side compared to like loose trousers or padded leggings. Yeah, Ring of Courage, Lightfoot boots, move speed percent. Of course, move speed is bis, and I like to run Ornat, Jizernaut, and Torque of Soul in case I run into caster. You know, to do like a quick swap. You're gonna be faster, but in this case, I would have less HP. So, I mean, probably not even worth swapping the neck piece. But yeah, if you swap 20 magic resist, then with barricade buckler, probably somewhere around 40, I guess. Anyway, so with this setup, when I'm in game with barricade holding the buckler, I would usually have around 65 PDR. That's what I'm aiming for, somewhere between 60 to 65. And yeah, it's a very easy build to play, and I'm going to show you now. So enjoy the video. So this right here is a life after that Barbarian cosplaying as a shark. Anyway, I didn't realize this at the time that he has life after that. It took me a while, actually a while to realize, and I was confused about his particles. Plus, when you have life after that, it looks like when you get hit by a franny, you get flashbanged, so that's nice. Didn't know that exists in the game. I was actually hesitant to fight him because he popped his blood exchange Achilles, and there's no way I would win that exchange. So I went for a reset. I still have my second win, and yeah, by the time I am back, he's already gone, just following the trail of open doors, because monsters can't open doors, players can. So all the open doors led me to this module right here. I hear fighting, so I'm trying to be opportunistic and go for a third party. Fun fact, if you kill someone in a 1v1, you are at a disadvantage if there is another person trying to kill you immediately after. So I don't really want to engage in the first encounter or first fight because I will have another fight immediately afterwards. So I'm trying to be a bit opportunistic. Once I realize that both the Barbarian and Bard are trying to fight me, I just get out of there, aggro a bunch of mobs, which is inconvenient, but at least I can chill with the mobs while they too are fighting. So after clearing the mobs that aggroed me, I try to come back in, and I'm looking for the Barbarian. I don't see the Bard, so here I am under the assumption that the Bard is dead, and the Barbarian is trying to campfire to get his blood exchange back up. So the information that I currently have is that I'm not gonna get third party if I fight him right now. Apparently with this setup you don't even need to block, as long as you can get the opportunity to use your knife. So looks like my choice of blocking has put me in a significant disadvantage, which makes me pop my second win, and I decided that like I could at least find an opportunity to reset, and if not, I would like to fight him in a doorway, because he has a large two-handed weapon and I have a tiny pickle in my hand, so I think I have the advantage at least in spaces like that. I did miss my opportunity to block him into the doorway, but to my surprise, Mr. Bard is alive. And I think the Bard knows that all the money is to be made from the Barbarian and not me, which is good for me. I can go, chill, reset, campfire, get my second win back up, and come back stronger than ever. So yeah, this is actually the moment that I found out that he has life after that. But the signs were there. Like, for example, at the distance, you could see the effect of life after that proccing. It's very hard to miss. And yeah, I picked the perfect time to push. ESP jokes incoming, but here is the POV of the Barbarian's perspective. I hope you enjoy. So yeah, if I was like a half second later there, I'm curious how the fight would have ended. But yeah, conclusion here is don't be the first to fight in Goblin Caves, at least when there's people around. So otherwise this is how it's going to end. Also, don't ever take, just don't take named uniques to solo Goblin Caves. Like this Barbarian, actually major respect to him, he played this really well. He definitely deserved to use a weapon like this from what I saw, but if you bring a named unique to Goblin Caves solos, everyone will have their eyes on you. And especially if they can understand and recognize that you have a named unique. From what I have seen, people will avoid fighting each other and all of their eyes, all of their focus will be on you alone. And once the person with the named unique dies, then it's like free for all. That's how it happens usually. So my suggestion is, if you want to run a named unique solos, is to play Forgotten Castle. It's less packed, smaller map, you know, there's like a smaller player per module ratio, if you could call it that. And yeah, I think you can find your success there. So yeah, on that note, enjoy some more footage of me playing this build. It's kind of funny that everyone's playing the London meta. Like, there's the London fighter, Rogue is by default from London, and then there's like the London Harry Potter, which is probably the most interesting ones to fight, because you don't instantly stat check them. There is some challenge related to it. I've actually put myself in a weird situation where I feel like with this video I started with the desert, and I'm trying to find some clips of me playing Rondel Fighter, and I don't know, they kind of don't have that oomph. I don't know how to say it. On the bright side, everyone in High Roller is geared, so there is at least more dopamine flowing when you are looting your enemies. So yeah, I had some... I will show you some of my more recent kills, and I guess you can judge for yourself. Is it interesting to watch or not? For me, I don't know, maybe I just don't like the build. I don't mind playing this off stream, but making a video on it just feels forced for me. I guess from the other side, maybe I should twist my perspective. Playing this build after playing meme builds, the whole vibe, you know, it kind of felt like, you know, that scene in Naruto where that green guy removes his weights and he becomes suddenly overpowered. That's how it feels to play this build. Like, I don't like calling builds overpowered. There's always counters, there's always like specific situations. But this build, I mean, when I was playing like Trap King Ranger or Crossbow Ranger, you know, you have some ups and some downs, and at least when you kill someone, you loot them, you're like, oh yes, finally my reward after some suffering, some struggle. With this build, there's just, it's like, you know, you go and you win, and then you have a full stash, you just can't be bothered to loot anymore, and you just don't know what to do. That's how it feels with this build. Because, I mean, the only thing that counters you is wizards. And if there's no wizards, if you're playing properly, it's just... It's not fun. It's boring. I will tell you how it is. I want to say this is a great example of how this build works when it shouldn't work. There is a Barbarian here. We have a gentleman's exchange, and yeah, I for some reason decided I need to block his attacks, which against Barbarians you just shouldn't do. And he gets like 4 hits, I think, for free. I'm at half HP. And I'm somehow able to salvage the situation. Also, this is like a learning moment. when you're against Felling Axe, you're better off just strafing left and right. And if they miss, you just get the advantage. To be fair, it was close, but I should have been dead. I should have been dead because I decided to block with the shield. You're not supposed to do that. The shield is just decorative, you know? It just makes you look drippier. You don't use it. I mean, you do use it, but you don't use it, you know? When we talk about counters, I guess there's also the demon lock, but the thing about demon lock is it only does one thing and it's fucking disgusting. AKA, when demon angry, I don't fight him, I run away. And he can't stay angry forever because he has to process his emotions eventually. Anyway, here on the whim I decide to rather hold the doorway, and yeah, easy clap, no more angry warlock, free loot, enjoy the money, yay, the mood is happy. Can you hear it in my voice? When I talk about this build, I feel like a vegetarian who eats meat, like a hypocrite. But yeah, this is what I have to be grateful for. This right here. The Rondel fighter gave me a lot of gold, and I was able to build this kit, which otherwise would have taken me a very long time to farm up. So this has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 true magical damage, which has less scaling than true physical damage. So I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm probably gonna play backstep and then triple shot or quick fire. Probably should get more will, up to 15. So my pestilence isn't dealing less than base damage. Yeah, move speed 322, action speed decent, I think. 130, 1 HP, so I don't get one shot by some random stuff. No headshot protection. Don't have that, so I still might get one shot. But yeah, this is what I should be grateful for. Can't wait to try this. Gonna do this off stream, but hopefully I can make some nice content out of it. So yeah, stay tuned for that.